everybody going to end up having to share this to Facebook manually because for some reason, even though the Facebook connection just worked literally not like an hour ago, now it doesn't want to work because technology. But hey, Joel Verone behind the microphone here doing a news and notes just to rested the vocal cords a little bit as holy cannoli, I never realized how much yakking Ryan has to do just to get the freaking start sits for the fantasy. Because by the time you're done with the quarterback for each team, then the wide receivers and the tight ends and the running back, you're like, okay, and I think this team is going to win. Okay, on to the next game. It's like you're like all talked out. And you're like, and a lot of really these games were kind of does. I think you had maybe about three or four that you could really debate because a lot of them does like Ryan. I love Ryan's comment about picking the Raiders this week. Barf, but yeah, you saw how that Giants offense did last week. Cripes. I mean, my final thought was Jackson Dart one point for fantasy. Who we got? Plan is news and notes quick, and then we'll take a look at the playoff picture, playoffs, and then we'll bounce, and then that be it. Of course, number one story. How about Missouri being on the hook for $150 million bill to demolish Arrowhead as the Chiefs, of course, plan to leave for Kansas? The target time for that, I believe I saw like 2031, so it's still ways off. Of course, Brock Bowers. 3 hours ago, if you would had some slim hopes of using Brock Bowers for your fantasy championships, yeah, that ain't gonna happen now. Brock Bowers' knee is being placed on IR, so that means his season and year, because where is it going in the playoffs? El Dunzo. Chris come this quote from Chris Carter, quote, everything Brian Flores said about Tua Tagovailoa is true, and unquote. And that's sad because you had, of course, Brian Flores and Tua didn't get along. Then Mike McDaniel came in and legit tried to save his career. I saw the one video where they're talking about they put together like I don't know how many hours and minutes of footage to try to show Tua you're good, you're a good quarterback, and he's being benched this week against the Bucks. So be an interesting time to see what happens going forward for the Dolphins and who the quarterback ends up being. I think Tua's time ultimately is done, unfortunately. So sad ending. Sad ending for the young man in Miami. From Tom Pellis, sorrow. Quote, here is the Lions fan code of conduct. The team found no violation, does not plan action against the fan who identified himself to Freak.com as apparently as Ryan Kennedy, but the NFL is now following up with the team after hearing from DK Metcalf and others in his appeal hearing. And of course, the whole flap with the story, DK, and then some other members of the media, I think like Ocho, jumping on saying that it had to be something racial. Allegedly, you heard DK heard the N word and the C word being directed about his mom. Now, maybe really what did happen is the fan just said DK's real name. And if that's why DK went after him, then yikes. Very expensive punch. So who's lying? Is DK lying? Is the fan lying? Yeah, it's just kind of crazy, especially when you have the video afterwards with the fans saying that they achieved their goal basically, which was to get punched by DK Metcalf. Yikes! So this situation, even with the 2 game suspension and with some of the bonuses, apparently went poof up in smoke for DK. Yeah, that's a very, very expensive second. DK's life. Devontae Adams' hamstring could be shut down for final two regular season games in an effort to be fully healthy for the playoffs. So that means Puka Nakua must start this week, and don't do anything stupid off the field, Puka. You've had enough. You've had enough praises and excitement. Kurzweil ended up getting the Patriots of all teams this week. I just saw Brandon Perna's rankings, power rankings. Oh boy, poor Patriots. You already had Trevion Henderson in a concussion, so that means it's going to be a heavy case of heavy dose of Ramondre Stevenson this week. What can the curse wheel do to the Patriots, who seem all but poised for the playoffs? And then there's a good post fantasy football subreddit. Can we take a second to appreciate how good the top six running backs are half PPR? CMC, Jonathan Taylor, oof, even with the quarterback change. Jahmyr Gibbs, Big John Robinson, Devon freaking H. Shane, and of course, one James Cook for the Buffalo Bills. And then you have apparently, yeah, for the Titans head coaching job, serious contender, none other than Matt Nagy. Yeah, that Matt Nagy. So that's something. Bears are first team in NFL history to win 6 games. They trailed in the last 2 minutes. I'm not taking my shirt off. Sorry. Let's see. And then of course you have apparently somebody in the fantasy football subreddit community. Apparently, a moderator or admin nature is they're not happy with the debate. The quote, can somebody use waivers in my league if they're eliminated? Quote, because this is a post. It has 278 upvotes and 80 comments. So, yeah, my whole thing is if you don't want that happening, get with your commissioner, have them take care of it. And so, shut down or just don't have consolations. That's a whole nother. I know some people that's heresy. That's heresy. But what do consolations? Who do consolations really benefit? I mean, granted, I kind of like having something to pay attention to as opposed to something not to pay attention to. But it's relatively meaningless. So if you have that much of a buck up your butt about whether or not people who are not in the championship bracket using the waiver wires, because hey, even consolation players like to actually have a full roster and a functioning roster. They don't want to have only 2 people producing points. Yeah, have your commissioner turn off consolations if it bothers you that flipping much. Seriously. Amon-Ra St. Brown knee is expected to play in week 17. Hey, you think? Lions in a must win against the Vikings? Yeah, I think he's playing. Just a guess. Let's see, we have a highlight about Max Crosby on the number 1 overall pick being on the line versus the Giants on Sunday. Yeah, I don't give an expletive about the pick. I don't play for that. My job is to be the best defensive end in the world. He's humble, isn't he? Tom Pelissaro, speaking of the Raiders, of course, they are placing their star tight end Brock Bowers on injury reserve today, effectively ending his season for sources. We already covered that. See, Marion Hampton feeling the best he's felt post injury. So that's from Fowler. So good news if you're looking for him to produce for you. How about Josh Johnson to start at quarterback for the Commanders against the Cowboys on Christmas Day? The boy. Brock Purdy named the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. No shock there. Chiefs' new Kansas Stadium deal is historically lopsided. This from Pomplano, Pomplano. Lopsided while the state provides $3 billion in funding. The team keeps 100% of revenue, even their $7 million rent goes into a fund that they control for Operations Kansas Bears, the massive cost, while the Chiefs keep all the profits. It's a conspiracy. Conspiracy. NFL upheld DK Metcalf's 2-game suspension. He will now miss Pittsburgh's final 2 regular season games at Cleveland and against Baltimore. Metcalf now loses $555,556 in salary and has the guarantees on $45 million voided. Ouch. Very expensive punch. Dylan Simpson injury looks set to practice Wednesday. One of those keep monitoring. Niels Justin Herbert playing behind the 32nd ranked pass protection in the NFL. Yikes. Teams ranked 24 and 31 in pass pro already eliminated. The Chargers clinched playoffs, 2 wins away from an AFC West title. Gotta give it to Herbert. He's doing a hell of a job there this year. Then you have a mic'd up moment. Philip Rivers made the effort to find D. Winters post game Monday night to congratulate him on pick 6. That's some sportsmanship. That's some Lady Bang type sportsmanship. So good job there. Colts are hopeful Sauce Gardner Cap will play in Week 17. Not that it really matters, but see how question is asking how weak is the Patriots schedule? Very see. Dak Prescott vows eliminated. Cowboys won't be in this spot in 2026. We'll see. Don't pull the plug on Jacoby. Be wary of KW the third. Keep playing Loveland and more Week 17. Okay, so that's generated headline from NBC Smarts. NBC Smarts. Pelissaro concluding no violation of hell punish fun involved in DK Metcalf altercation. Yada yada yada. More DK Metcalf. He doesn't have too much Metcash right now after this. Metcalf suspension, yama is let's see some of the stuff being voided. $45 million in future guarantees voided, including $25 million that was fully guaranteed for 2026. So all of a sudden you have $25 million. It's like yoink. That's not yours. Okay, we know Josh Johnson is going to start for the Commanders. Blah, blah, blah. Tyler Lockett exited Sunday's game due to a wrist injury. Raiders Tyler Lockett. Trey Tucker went on to play 100% of the snaps against a tough Houston defense. Tucker might be flexible in deep leagues this week against a shaky Giants pass defense that has given up the 7th most receiving yards to wide receivers. More DK Metcalf stuff, blah blah. Okay, Drake London to practice with modifications. Whatever the bleep that means. Then okay, Brian Flores put Jackson Dart in the blender. Okay. I think it's time to go to the playoff picture since it's just like it's kind of it's run its course. It's just sort of like yeah. Let's go to the DraftKings playoff picture as soon as it loads up, and we got of course in the AFC. Number 1 seed right now, that means the Denver Broncos. Number 2, New England Patriots. Number 3, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 4, the Buffalo Bills. Number 5, the Chargers. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Hang on. I've got to start it over again because I bleeped up. There's a penalty on the play. False start on the main speaker. 5-yard penalty. Replay and redo this segment. First down. Once again, as I was saying, we have the Denver Broncos. Number 1, number 2, New England Patriots. Number 3, Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 4, Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 5, Los Angeles Chargers. And number 6. Okay, where's number 6, guys? We don't have Bills. Number 6. And number 7, the Houston Texans. So once again, Denver Broncos number 1, Patriots number 2, Jaguars number 3, Pittsburgh Steelers number 4, Chargers number 5, Bills number 6, and number 7, the Houston Texans. All right, and we're go to the other side as we click out of the photo. We have to bring it back up again. Yay! Come on, photo. Hurry up. Thank you. Nope. Wrong photo. Let's get to the right photo. Yay! Right photo. Because I'm riding. So we go on to the other side. That would be the NFC. We have got the Seahawks. Number 1. Bears. Number 2. Number 3, that would be the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 4, that would be none other than, as we actually try to find which team is flipping number 4, that would be the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, used to be the Bucs. Number 5, the San Francisco 49ers, somehow inexplicably in there, even with all the flipping injuries. Number 6, that would be the LA Rams after that 2-point conversion craziness. And number 7, still hanging in there even after the Micah Parsons injury and some other players got banged up a bit. That would be the Green Bay Packers in the hunt, of course. In the AFC, you've got the Colts somehow, some way they're still alive. And the Baltimore Ravens ditto. Gotta wonder if it's Lamar Jackson or is it going to be some Tyler Huntley? And of course, the NFC, you've got the Lions hanging on by a thread, dangling on the precipice. Ditto with the Bucks. Bucks used to be when the Panthers are now. Now they ain't. So, yeah. So that's just some news and some notes. And looking at the playoff picture, kind of crazy. It's and my final thought definitely is as crazy as it has been. It's nice to know that you have some parity. Chiefs out of there, they're gone. Ravens, as I just mentioned, they're teetering on the thread. The team that everybody always thinks they're going to be there along with the Chiefs. And Bills, man. Bills, I know you got teams like the Patriots, you got teams like the Texans in there, you got the Jaguars. If this is your year, the window that some say is still open, the window I think was closed a while back. But if that window exists still out there for you, this is when you gotta do it. Right here, right now. No Chiefs, Ravens could be going bye-bye. And this is it. Right here. Right now. What you got, even if your quarterback is dealing with a foot injury, even if don't have any really wide receivers that you can figure out, and you have folks like Keon Coleman, who probably won't be on the team next year. I have a feeling, but yeah, this is your time, Bills, right here, right now. If you are that team of destiny that everybody thinks that you are. And that's it for me as we did the news and notes. We did the playoff picture, even with the two errors in there, two errors and the penalty on play. So hope you have a rest of your very pleasant Christmas Eve. We get set for ho day. You celebrate it if you don't celebrate it, and hope that slate is just a one game out of three tomorrow is good, but I'm gonna rest up the old vocal cords. I don't think I'm going to be doing updates for every single solitary game tomorrow, just because sort of rest the old vocal cords. So yeah, that's it for me, JV. Have yourself a fantastic day. Merry Christmas if you marry, and if not, have a great day as it is. And I'll talk at you next time. And I'm going.